This really is just me catching up on all the movies I never watched.
Because that's why we did the Mad Max
Oh yeah.
podcast, because you hadn't seen The Road Warrior. And that's why we did the Superman movies, because you hadn't seen any of them. And then I ended up finding out you hadn't seen Escape from New York when I recommended we do those, which I could have sworn you had, considering how many Snake Plissken references you've made, but whatever.
Actually, a bit of an admission. So I haven't seen American Psycho, but I have seen some clips, and I actually saw a clip from this movie a long time ago. The clip where Bruce Wayne buys the hotel after like the supermodel starts swimming in like the fountain.
Yeah.
And I thought that I for the longest time I thought that was a clip from American Psycho.
That does seem like something that'd be out of American Psycho, actually, yeah. Although, funny thing about American Psycho, Christian Bale is in it, you know. And one of the
Yeah.
guys he kills in that movie is played by Jared Leto.
Oh, really?
So Batman killed the Joker in American Psycho. But anyway, that's getting off topic. I guess they'll do that sometimes. You like Batman Returns. Max Shrek wasn't an established character. They just wanted
they
a
just
character.
needed a
They originally were gonna have Harvey Dent.
yeah, and they needed to switch him out real quick. And then I guess that also happened in Superman 3 when they couldn't get Lex Luthor.
That's
back
right,
that
yeah,
one.
Ross Webster.
So they made a fake Lex Luthor.
Oh god. What do you think they would do if they had to do like a fake Joker in one of these or something?
Okay, actually, that is something. The TV show Gotham. Uh, it's like takes place in a Gotham where there's no Batman. At least I think. I haven't like watched all of it, but it's a show that focuses on like the supervillains in Gotham. But they were not allowed to use the Joker because DC thought it would be too confusing to have Jared Leto playing the Joker in the DCEU films and then have someone else playing the Joker in this weird like side show that's not really connected. So they told them you can't use the Joker. And so they had these two characters that showed up at different points throughout the show. This one character and his twin brother who have like pasty white skin. Their mouths are like stretched into these giant smiles and they're psychopathic killers. They laugh all the time. But because they don't have the rights to use the Joker for the show, they can't call him the Joker.
Or the Jokers, yeah.
I actually want to see if I can grab a picture of them real quick.
That's so fucking weird. Like,
It's so stupid. Oh yeah, it's Jerome and Jeremiah Valeska are the characters' names.
Valeska doesn't have anything to do with Valeska, Iowa, does it?
No.
Which is where the axe murders happened.
Oh yeah, that's right. There, these characters.
Basically off-brand versions
I know, and the best part is I think what happened is the one that's on the left was the original character and they killed him off. But then they realized that they still needed this Joker-esque character. And so then they're like, he had a twin brother, and then it's the guy on the right that shows up. Played by the same actor.
So I take it they couldn't use Harley Quinn either?
No. At least I don't think. I don't remember. I know like the two main characters they focused on for the show were the Penguin and the Riddler.
Penguin. It seems like they always just go back to like three villains in Batman.
Yeah.
The Joker, the Penguin, and the Riddler. There aren't any other ones they could do, just those three. And then Catwoman. Catwoman seems to get recycled a lot.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, Liam Neeson, Killian Murphy. I've seen this movie before, but it was also just kind of funny rewatching this because most of the movies I've been watching recently have been like comedies from like the 30s. So it's like
Yeah, I bet this was a pretty big change of pace for you. I mean, the last movie that I watched before watching this was Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. So
huge jump in quality then.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but it sounds like a piece of shit.
Oh, it's not. I think I've mentioned this before. As a Resident Evil fan, it's fun just to see all the Easter eggs and the callbacks to the actual games. As a movie, it's garbage. Like the Anderson Resident Evil films are a lot more enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, it definitely was a jump going from like the pre-code era to 2005. So
yeah.
There wasn't any blackface in this too, so that was a relief.
Vast increase in quality.
That's what happens when you watch comedies from the 30s.
Yep.
And especially musicals. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Complete side note, I ended up buying a bike the other day and I didn't realize how expensive bicycles are now. It was like $350.
Oh, wow.
I saw that and I was like, oh. It's better than paying $80 every time I have to fill up my car. So, anyway.
That's to get to work.
Yeah.
You know, you could just get like a Batmobile or something. There we go. There's the perfect transition. Now back to talking about Batman.
There we go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think we skipped over some stuff because this was later in the.
Yeah, I just didn't remember where that scene took place because it just sort of happens and then they move on to the next scene. With
to be fair, I was taking notes while watching the movie, so you know. But anyway, because I think we decided to do this for the podcast because you had just watched it, like,
yeah,
and this is also your first time watching it, so yeah, you're probably
yeah.
I've seen it several times, so just you're gonna get plot points wrong a little bit, in the wrong order and stuff. You're doing a better job than fucking Supergirl, where you kept forgetting what order any of it was.
Supergirl is just a mess of a movie.
Oh god.
Like, none of it went together. None of it flowed.
They're like, flow? What's that? But anyway, so I'm trying to remember where we were. Except that Batman would be robbing casinos instead.
You could just put in the guy from Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn. Oh man, but then there'd be zombies and like vampires and shit.
Oh man, imagine a Tarantino Batman film.
Oh god. I don't know if Jesus Christ.
Who would he pick as the villain?
He'd probably just have like Christoph Waltz again or something.
Christoph Waltz as the Joker.
I could see Christoph Waltz as the Penguin, actually.
I was actually about to say he'd be pretty good Riddler.
The Riddler, yeah, the Riddler would work. But anyway, we're getting off topic again. But I just
okay, just slightly off topic, but in the Batman, there's just this one absolutely nuts scene where it's like this car chase where Penguin is just driving some just like a normal car and he's getting chased by the Batmobile. And just everything starts exploding, and it's just so nuts to see.
Since when did the Penguin drive a normal car? I don't believe you. Because he drives...
Anyway.
Anyway. Off topic.
Anyway, so Batman ends up getting.
But yeah, I forgot about the whole Lazarus Pit thing. That was interesting.
Yeah. And so, the Lazarus Pit itself doesn't actually show up in the Nolan films, but they kind of have a similar thing with the DCEU, like with the Kryptonian ship that Lex Luthor uses to produce Apocalypse and that they use to revive Superman.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't, but I remember that. Because could just be a completely different movie of just like if you remove Batman from it.
I mean, that was basically the idea with Gotham.
Oh,
which that didn't turn out so well. But
I've never seen it, so I don't have any opinion on it.
I've read a lot about it, and I watched a video on it, and it sounds like trash.
Who's in
it? David Mazouz, Ben McKenzie, Carmen Bykondova, Robin Lord Taylor, Aaron Richards, Donald Logue, Corey Michael Smith, Sean Pertwee.
Sean Pertwee. I think that... No, that was John Pertwee that was in Doctor Who. But...
yeah, I don't really recognize any of the cast.
I would have... Maybe if I saw pictures, but off the top of my head, those don't sound familiar.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I haven't watched it.
I don't know if we talked about this when we did our Michael Keaton Batman reviews, mostly because I don't know if the news was out yet. But he's actually coming back to play Batman.
That's right, yeah, I heard that.
For some of the DCEU movies.
That's right, yeah, huh. That should be interesting.
And apparently, on a different movie during Spider-Man Homecoming.
He played the Vulture in that.
Yeah, where he played the Vulture. Apparently, in a lot of the scenes where he had to fight Spider-Man, Tom Holland said that, like, at the beginning of every scene, he would say, "I'm Batman," and just say that during the performance.
That's so funny. And then before that, he was also Birdman. So...
Oh, yeah.
Batman, Birdman, and then the Vulture. Comes full circle. I can't think of any movies where he played a villain.
Neither can I.
I have to look.
Oh, he's been in a lot more than I thought.
Which, if he had been in this, that means he would have reunited with Liam Neeson.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Which means him and Liam Neeson would have been on the same side, too. The closest I'm seeing to him playing a villain is Train Spotting, but he was more of like a anti-hero in that.
Yeah. He played Satan.
In which movie?
Last Days in the Desert. I feel like that counts as playing the bad guy.
He played Jesus in that. He played Jesus and Satan in it. That's right, I did see that. Okay. I forgot about that movie. Shows you how memorable it is. But yeah, for the most part, I can't really find any movies where he's the villain.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe he was in The Island, but I've tried to forget as much as I can about that movie. I forgot he was in A Million Ways to Die in the West. Ugh. That movie is a big pile of yuck. Anyway. But yeah, no. Ewan McGregor was not cast. I don't know... As Dr. Crane? Huh.
I don't know.
He's a good actor, but I just don't know if he's right for the part.
Yeah, and it's also hard just because, like you said, he's played mostly good guys. Oh, wasn't he the villain in the Birds of Prey movie?
I've never seen it.
Neither have I.
I didn't bother with it because I really despise Suicide Squad.
Good night, you stupid idiot. Good night, you miserable slob.